Hey everybody, balance is one of those things that is really, really important to work on, but it's also one of those things that's very difficult to do without a very specifically individualized program. Everybody is going to have different weaknesses, everybody is going to have different deficits, but I wanted to create a program that would be safe enough for everybody to try and do at home. That being said, if you do not feel comfortable doing this on your own, please do not do this. If you have a significant history of falls or a severe fear of falling, this is not something you are ready for at this point in time. In order to perform this as safely and as effectively as possible, I please encourage you to make sure that someone is either with you or that you wait until further down the road when you are feeling confident and secure enough to perform this on your own without assistance from others. So all of that being said, we will get started with a very, very basic balance program that you can perform at home. It's very important that you have something to hold on to. So I have my balance step here. Make sure you do this next to your kitchen counter or next to a very sturdy chair. If you have something that's not sturdy and it's going to fall over, that doesn't help you. Anything that is heavy, sturdy, and secure is something that you can hold on to safely and perform this exercise. So what we're going to do first is we're going to stand with our feet hip width apart. We're just going to try and let go and make sure that we have good balance to start. Your knees should be soft. I don't want them bent, but I certainly don't want them locked out. So nice soft knees. And we're just going to start by taking a few deep breaths. And as we take these breaths, you're going to raise your arms above your head. If you already don't have the balance for that, hold on, breathe in. And exhale, lower down, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. One final time. And exhale. What we're going to do next is just march in place very slowly and methodically in order to change weight bearing from one leg to the other, encouraging balance. Holding on is going to be very important. If you need two chairs to hold on to or a countertop and something to hold on to, use both arms, but very slowly just bringing the knees up, keeping your core nice and strong with nice tall posture is going to be very important. If you feel like you want to try with your other hand, you can simply turn around, or you can have something on either side. I find it's usually easier for people to start by holding on with the dominant hand. So now that we've warmed the legs up a little bit, we're going to put our feet closer together. They're not quite touching, but maybe an inch or two between your feet and your toes. Knees are soft and ever so slightly bent. If you feel comfortable enough to let go of your balance, please do. Otherwise, make sure you continue to hold on. We're going to raise the arms up to 90 degrees, so right in front of you, and down. Up and down. We're going to go to 5, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I want you to hold on for the next part. You're going to raise your opposite hand, and as you raise the hand, you're going to turn your head towards the side that you're holding on to. And then as you lower, look back forward. Up and turn, down and forward. Up and turn, down and forward. This is number 4. We're going to 5. And 5. Now change the side you look to. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do the same thing with the opposite hand. So you're going to hold on with the other hand. You will probably have to turn around. I'm just going to move this so you can watch me from the front. First, just up, down, and now we're going to start with the raising the arm up, looking towards the opposite side, and down. 2, 3. As this gets easier, try to lighten your grip. So if you've started with a full hand grip like I have now, you can make it more difficult by decreasing the number of fingers until you get to a fingertip hold, and eventually try to let go. Now we're going to raise that same arm and look towards that direction and down. 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job. Take a deep breath, shake your legs out if you need. What we're going to do next is going to be a bit more challenging, so make sure you watch me first and then try only as you feel able. What we're going to do is now we're going to step forward with the leg that is on the opposite side of where you're holding on. You're going to step forward and bring the back foot up as if you're going to take a step, but we're not going to take that step. So we're going to move forward, raise the heel, and back. Move forward, raise the heel, and back. Now, as you do this, you're going to raise up to 90 degrees and back. Raise up to 90 degrees and back. Feel how heavily you're holding on in order to maintain your balance. Are you able to keep a nice tight core and neutral spine? Or are you focusing so hard on a death grip and you're very bent forward? The more you do this, the easier this will get. Now let's try step turn. Same side. 3, let's go to 5, 4, and 5. Now turn your head the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to switch this to the other side again, and I'm just going to take a step and lift the back leg so I'm on the toes. Just a couple of times to get the feel, and now I'm going to raise up and step back. Up, step back. And let's look 5 times one way, and then we'll do 5 times the other way. 4 and 5, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm performing these motions because it's very rare that we're standing completely still in one place as we try to, say, reach for something off of a top shelf, right? We're usually either up on our tippy toes or we put one foot in front of the other and then reach up. Maybe we're holding onto the counter in front of us. We really need to practice functional movement, so usually in more than one plane while we're reaching and while we're looking at what we're trying to get. So that's the reasoning behind the exercises that we're doing now. What I'd like you to do now is face your sturdy object for balancing. And no death grip, but hold on nice and strong, fingertips if you're able, and just focus on trying to put all of your weight on one leg. Now I'm going to turn so you can see me from, well, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to turn so you can see me facing forward as I do this. If my hands are in front of me and I go to lift one leg to balance, what a lot of you may do if you have significant weakness is, as you raise this leg, you put all of your weight and it dips down on this other hip. I want you to try as hard as you can not to let that hip dip. So even if you can't get that leg all the way off the ground, what I want you to focus on more is getting appropriate hip and pelvic strength to keep you nice and tall and upright. Only when you can remain tall and upright should you attempt to lift that leg up. It's really important that we're using the appropriate muscles that are strong and able to help us balance. So this is not going to be effective at balance training like this will be. If you have any questions, please write them below and let me know, but I really want to make sure you use proper form. So back to the side, we're going to aim for 5 to 10 seconds. The foot that you are standing on should be soft, no hyperextension and no big bend, just a nice soft leg. Okay, and then switch to the other side. Great. I'm going to face you for the last one on each side, about 5 seconds or so. If you can go longer, great. If not, don't worry about it. You'll get there the more you practice. And switch feet. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's important to note that that shaking is okay. That means that you're using those muscles to challenge your balance and to work on it. If you're much more unsteady and much more shaky, it means you're just not ready for it yet, and keep that toe touch on the floor to help you balance. The more you practice this, the easier it will get, I promise you. Anything beyond this, you should be working with a skilled professional in order to better achieve the balance goals that you're trying to set. Thanks everyone. Be safe. See you soon.